Yo, 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 we are back. Shouts to DJ for the team. We're gonna get right into it. This is a slightly different structure, I suppose. I mean, I guess we used a couple of these mods yesterday, right? What did we use yesterday? I remember there being iron treads. I don't remember if we had a Zapdos, but either way, we're gonna be going into le battle, and going into the battle with intentions to win, right? But nah. What's our Valiant plus speed? Terra Steel. That's gonna be excelente. Terra Steel Valiant upon Swords Dancing could 6 on my opponent. I'm gonna be aiming for that. SNEASLER. Let's break this down. What can he guard against? Can't guard against Dire Claw. At all, really. At all. Valiant in the end game for sure. What's Heatran's purpose? Heatran helps a bit. From a switching standpoint, Heatran's very difficult for him to deal with. Slowbro. What's my Slowbro? Fizdef. Slowbro helps with backs. And Great Tusk. And once he mindlessly sacks Samurott, Future Sight goes crazy. Iron Treads helps with Dragapult a bit. I'm Assault Vest. And Valiant. Zapdos really has no switch-ins. So we're going to do is phase 1. He should Pult. Because I can't guard against Ghosts. So, you know, I always assume people think in that manner. But I wouldn't be shocked to see a mindless Samurott, right? This allows for Dire Claw. For this has 2 upsides. If I get one of the stats, and yeah, it's gonna be. I swear that shit always gets motherfucking sleep. This one's gonna be poison, so it's booster. Yeah, I swear this shit is ridiculous. But nah, that's the first time you pay attention to my lives. It's probably the first time I've ever gotten some Dire Claw axe, like ever. So that's big because Samurott's been removed, which helps. Samurott's been removed, which helps. There was something about that. I can't remember what it was. There was something that was relevant about that. So Slowbro is very hard for him to deal with now. Now the Dragapult's a bitch. Future Sight, that's what it was. Future Sight is something he struggles with. And so when he trans my rocker, that's relevant. But I don't want to go to Heatran here and miss. It's clear I'm banded, so he knows I'll switch. So we'll go to Slowbro mid-ground. Ice Spinner, okay. I'm glad I didn't go Heatran. He expected Zapdos, which is good to know. We can fire off our Future Sight here into Surf. It's probably gonna, so Pult Pivot, which is good. Fortunately, I have this mono motherfucking AV Treads. Oh, that did a lot to me still. So here, I Earthquake and I get a KO. Yeah. So it gives up Samurott, which makes sense. Now I have potential Sleep Fodder. Isn't that funny? As the Oster Dragapult, like, obviously going to be packing the Flamethrower. Because why would you go back to Pult? Now I'm tempted to... No. But let me break this down because he's super weak to SNEASLER, as I said. My worst case scenario is him Shadow Balling again as I go to my Heatran and him 2-hit KO me. Actually, I'm Spadef Heatran, never mind. I don't know why I thought because I was on Balloon I was in Spadef. So he does Shadow Ball, which was a stupid play. Honestly, very dumb play. But I just need some damage. I need rocks. I'll have him Shadow Ball again. I won't get to a KO. My Heatran is relevant, but it's not super necessary in order to win this battle. I just need a bit of damage. So we're going to get this Earth Power damage off as he knocks out Letran. And I usually want to hold positions that cannot be defended, right? You want to... So what I want to do is go Zapdos and risk the Hurricane. If I hit the Hurricane, then he gets clobbered by CC. It's all my fighting types. If I miss the Hurricane, I lose another mine. If I go to Treads, he's going to go to Great Tusk. Right? And so I'd prefer not to have that I don't lose the game if I miss the hurricane, but at the same time, I almost instant win if I hit it. Let's fuck it. Jam should not be risking things like this, but I'll hit it. Thank you. I knew it'd bait him to stay in. So that's a high risk, high reward play. And there are times where plays like that will speed the battle up. Because if you look at his team, it forces in / Valiant, which I want. I want all the smoke with both those guys. Both those guys I want the smoke with. He got a Spadev drop, which he doesn't know my spread. So he'd likely go to Valiant first. Because Bax is just not as lethal versus me. But I'd like to force a Terra soon. I need to know also what Volcanions run. So Valiant, as I said. And this allows for me to go to hard treads. The Moonblast Excelente. We'll just be able to heavy slam here. Just gone. Evisceration. Now it could have been physical. That was certainly an option. Because my rocker is gone. The rocks don't matter. I'm pretty sure it's boots, backs, and boots. Boots, backs, and boots, Volcanion. But Tread's speed tier is actually useful for the Volcanion. And the heavy slam is useful for the Baxcalibur. So actually not going to give this up. There's really no reason to do so when I have a whole ass Slowbro that really cannot be forced out. Like, he can't force a Slowbro. Now, he gets a crit there with knockoff. He's probably going to try to get a... He doesn't have Earth Power. You know what I'm saying? So I slack off again. Okay. Now again, Slowbro can't be forced out. He'd have to Volcanion, which would force in my... Well, it wouldn't force Zapdos in, but I could go to Zapdos. So he goes backs first, trying to see if I don't have the body press. The SDs. But I do have Terra Steel Valiant, so this isn't relevant at all, even if he were to Glaive Rush. So what's the worst case scenario? Could Terra Fairy. But as I said, Valiant. I'm trying to... I'm like, what Terra could he have that Valiant wouldn't be able to just come in and CC KO, and then he loses to Zapdos with the Volcanion Treads. The only way I lose, yeah, I just go for body press again. Glaive Rush probably won't even knock me out. So yeah, we just future sight here. Slowbro is no longer relevant. Yeah, like all the other mons beat him. So he's probably gonna sludge bomb here. He said I didn't play very well, right? Well, I'm glad I'm recording. Okay. He said if he says Vulcan before backs. But I'm gonna play along. But yeah, just to fuck with him. Just to fuck with him. As if that mattered, but you know. But yeah, that's funny. SNEASLER is a beast. He should never lead mindlessly lead Samurott there. I swear. But yeah, man said if he sent to Volcanion before backs, and I have a whole ass Valiant. What was Volcanion staring at? He's staring down Slowbro. That's crazy. Like, you know, I love, like, delusion is a motherfucker. And, you know, I made videos on that particular archetype of player. And Joey and Blunder, if they see this part of the video, actually I'm going to link them. They'll know exactly why this is so funny. Because that same guy was linked in our group chat, and he got clobbered. He threw that game though, and because from a matchup standpoint, and made the exact same excuses that he just made, like a couple minutes before we made this video. So that's how I knew his Valiant wasn't physical. So that's why I went Treads with such confidence. right? Usually, you know, I'd scout out a bit more in case it's physical. But even then, I mean, to be fair, you know, if it was special, Treads was still a better play. If it was physical, then Slowbro would be sufficient between Terra Fairy and Surfs. But yeah, because Terra Fairy, max defense, slow, Valiant can't touch. Physical Valiant at least. So that was just funny because that lets me know, there is no point in which this person reflects on their decisions, right? They just assume, hey, if I lost, the opponent played poorly. And there are times where you lose because the opponent doesn't know what they're doing. That is a real thing. But the fact that he did it a few minutes ago when he lost in the group chat, and then I get him, and then it happens again, and he makes the same excuse. But in this game, there was no, as obviously as you're recording, as you guys are watching, you can see every decision, and you know, like there were no misplays, right? So it's funny that okay, so it wasn't because it wasn't because from the last game when he choked, it wasn't because opponent. That's just something you do every time you get a loss, which, you know, obviously stifling the opponent. So best of luck to him to develop beyond where he is. Sneasler is handsome as hell in this. Sneasler is handsome. That Dire Claw fucks around. Not at all. It does not. It does not fuck around. My Valiant is really problematic for him. Like, if he terrors anything but that Garg, and if that Garg is anything but Terra Fairy, Valiant can wash him. Heatran is good for Slowking Galar. I prefer Leftovers. I'm gonna change this from Air Balloon to Leftovers. Zapdos is really frustrating for him. I guess it's a combination of Zapdos plus Sneasler, right? Keep Valiant tucked. Valiant speed doesn't really matter in this matchup, but I prefer for it to not have to take anything from that Meowscarada. Though Meowscarada is one of those mons people are very mindless with as well. So what is his big threat to me? That's what I'm trying to figure out. It's probably Volcanion and that damn Meowscarada. So it's a risky turn one. Oh, he actually Gargs. Garg makes some sense. I'm covert Slowbro, unless this Garg is rocks. But it's 3,000% going for Assault Cure first, as he should. Leftovers. I like my Heatran having recovery. So that did decent damage. Oh, he had Stealth Rock on this. Okay, that's fine. So if this is rocks, that means it's not Iron Defense most likely. I'll Future Sight still. Assault Cures. This is great, guys. I likely lowering this Meowscarada. Let me think what I want to do with this. If I were to Sneasler this turn, let's say I'm expecting Meowscarada. If I were to Zapdos this turn, what's his Future Sight switching? Future Sight switchings would be Meowscarada and repositioning Zapdos. But if I go to Sneasler this next turn, I could get Haxed. If he goes to Zapdos, what covers both best? Because what I want to do is body press straight up here. But he could go to actually Slowking Galar. So what I'm gonna, I really don't want to stare down the. I want to get as much value out of this as possible. I'm gonna go Treads. Yeah, figured Slowking Galar would be his most likely. What this does is allows for me to. I mean, he could go to Meowscarada. That's somewhat dangerous. But at the very least, I get to Rapid Spin and I'm Heavy Slam into the Meowscarada. And if I can remove that pesky ass Pokemon, that really opens up my Slowbro, Future Sight wise. So he goes to Zapdos and risks taking the Future Sight. I don't think he remembered truth be told, I just think he forgot there. Because Zapdos is no treads counter, obviously. So we're going to do is Heatran. He's going to go for Heat Wave or he's going to go for Roost, right? What this does allows for us to get up our bands. Now, yeah, bands are useful. This is where I really like having lefties. Because I have no form of recovery. Because what you don't want to do is Magma Storm here would be decent, but you don't want interesting. Salt Cure is coming, but I want my SNEASLER's positioning. Oh, he actually does not. I'm surprised by that. That's actually, I don't agree with that play. Because now you Salt Cure. The question is, are you willing to risk your Zapdos? Because I'd clobber your fucking Garganical. The only way you're not going to get dropped here is if you Terra Fairy, and if I Dire Claw, you're done. Dire Claw is fairly low risk since I know he Stealth Rocks. Now, there might be options that are superior to that, which could be... Because if he Salt Cure, he's probably Recover and Protect or Body Press or something along those lines. So we're doing is Dire Claw first as we get Great Tusk. Didn't expect Great Tusk because of CC. And my Zapdos obviously could potentially static him, which you don't want. He may knock. Does he get staticked? He does. And that's the risk, right? This allows us to Volt Switch on the obvious Garganical. This Garg is annoying. Yeah, this game is gonna be a little more arduous than I expected. My Great Tusk, my Iron Treads doesn't have a lot of recovery. It doesn't have a lot of attack, I mean. What's the best play? Because I'm trying to set up for Valiant, but I need a few conditions met before I can do so. And from what I'm observing, I think the opponent's playing Iron Gut, but it's not obvious to me yet. So what I'll do is I'll lure him out with the Iron Treads. He's likely going to go to Tusk or Zapdos. Yeah. And what this allows for one, now when Rocks goes up, he's in a bind, right? And now he could Volt Switch, knowing that, hey, okay, discharges on my Treads. Doesn't get the fucking paralysis, which is blessed. And now I'm knowing that his Garg is okay. We Rocks here. Doesn't have Volt Switch. I've shown the way he's playing his Garg again. It's as if Earthquake could be his other move. It could be, but again, the way he's playing his Garg is as if it's invincible. But now the Zapdos is taking Rocks damage. And if this Garg gets dropped, my Zapdos eats him away, right? So it's very interesting how he's playing this. I'm gonna Earth Power to see how much that does. Doesn't do a lot. Say Salt Cure is hard. Okay, fair enough. I want to see what his other move is. So Stealth Rocks, but I'm taking a ton of Salt Cure damage. Just why you need leftovers, my friends. So what I'll do is Slow Bro. I didn't expect Slow King. But the beauty of this is that the Future Sight goes off, which prevents him from doing whatever he wants as well. Right now, the Future Sight does hurt me a lot more because it controls what I can and can't go into. And he's slower than me. So if I were to SNEASLER here, I think SNEASLER's positioning is actually impeccable. Because the things that SNEASLER baits in, because both of us are going to be like, shit, who's going to die to this Future Sight, right? The things that SNEASLER baits in don't want to take Future Sights. So this is an interesting game. Like I'm really enjoying this one because it's not an easy, simple matchup because I don't have the data I need yet. Now I can blow him away with the things I need. Garg is a crazy play because if I CC here, you lose him on, and I'm more than willing to sack the SNEASLER. So I'm guessing this has protect. It hasn't shown it, but this play doesn't make a lot of sense otherwise. So what we're end up doing is going to slow, bro. Okay, that actually would have made a lot of sense. I was thinking to U-turn on the Garg. I wasn't gonna CC it, but this makes a lot of sense as well. So we're gonna do this once again. We're gonna play this game once again. We're gonna play, but now that I know you don't have, protect, at least, I mean, it wouldn't make a lot of sense not to protect that turn. But he could be playing me, right? Okay, so it goes Scarlet, which is insane to me because Scarlet is the one thing that cannot KO SNEASLER. So I get to U-turn here, and I'm assuming he's thinking the same thing. But now I get the switch initiative. Future sight. I get the switch initiativo. And now things get interesting because we're staring down the Zapdos. I'll pivot to my Zapdos. Now, if he pivots out, good shit. But his Zapdos is taking rocks, which is a big deal. And I get to Thunderbolt here for free. Like, I get all the edge here. Yeah, I'm not having you just have your way, bro. And so it's likely going to try to go to Slowking / Garganacl at some point. But it's forced to slack off, which allows for my SNEASLER to go crazy. The SNEASLER isn't even the SNEASLER isn't the big thing here, which but it's the positioning it has is so fucking good that it's putting my opponent in a very awkward spot each and every time. I wouldn't be shocked to see him knock, but because he let the Slowking stay so weakened, he tries to spin. Excellent. I have to VS. I mean, he could stand, but he has to go guard. It's not even really about no big bad prediction, truth be told. Like, it's just the best possible play. Now we're getting to the point where my SNEASLER CC can go crazy. Slowking Galar quad resist, which is annoying. So I'm thinking, if I go to Valiant now, I need this guard to stay at the range it's at. What's the best value proposition? And how am I gonna get rocks back up? I'll get rocks back up versus his Slowking Galar. So SNEASLER here, this is a big turn, right? If he leaves the Gargan to recover, so be it. What I don't want is for him to go to fucking Zapdos on my U-turn and I get paralyzed. That would really change this game. I think Great Tusk is a more probable option, but he may leave the Gargan. Okay, so Slowking Galar is like the best motherfucking piece. You know what I'm saying? Because now this allows for my Zapdos to come in and I effectively get a KO. You may go Tusk hard, which makes sense. Tusk is low risk for me. Is it tear? What are you gonna tear to? The guard being this low is big. So now my Valiant, no matter what he tears into, my Valiant is gonna catch him. So this is a very strategic game for me. Like, I had to play this very strategically. Now my boots are on, depending on what this Scarlet is. If it's banded, then you know we don't want smoke from that because I'm offensive Zapdos and I will get clobbered. So Flash Fire Tran, Cobra Cloak. Let's say he is banded. I'd just go Valiant and Swords Dance, but the Volcanion, man. I don't know what the Volcanion's Terra type is. I need somebody to Terra on his team. That's the big thing. Like, I could get, I could lose a lot of value by him just not Terraing the right thing. So I actually want to sack him on here as he knocks. Excellent. If he goes to Zapdos, which I do think he's gonna do, just for the fact that I keep U-turning, I'll risk it. I'll risk it. Even if he were to get the luck, it's not the end of the world. But I also could CC just as easily. I just want my Zapdos in. He's not choice banded. Okay, so he can't knock out my Zapdos. I'm actually glad that he so Great Tusk took so much. Jesus, he's offensive Tusk. Whew, that Tusk took so much. He's getting to a KO by this, I'm pretty sure. 24%. If I Terra Fighting, I kill this. If I kill this, how does he beat Zapdos? What else would I be Terra in this game anyway? What else would I be Terra in this game? Besides, yeah. So Slowking's gone, which means Zapdos can't be beat and he can't go to guard. Now it does mean that Meowscarada can come in. But I do have Valiant's booster still, right? The Meowscarada is still a dark type. Wait, did he Terra Dark? Oh shit, he Terra Darked. Okay. I don't know, I didn't realize he Terra'd. That's relevant. Oh shit, he Terra Darked. I've never seen a Terra Dark Meowscarada, so that's probably why this doesn't think. So I need my Zapdos to roost pronto and then I'll win this game. So right now SNEASLER is unguardable. I'm gonna give up King Treads here. Oh, Treads would have been nice. But if Nock did that little, then I'd assume that he should U-turn here into Zapdos. But if Nock did that little, the Zapdos coming in. But what am I gonna do, right? What am I gonna do? He's shown discharge. I'm max speed. I'm faster than his Zapdos, which is what kills me here. So I'll be able to roost so I can take on a Meowscarada. And then I can Volt Switch out. I just need my Zapdos to be healthy enough to take on the Meow. So guard comes in, which is good play, good play. He was just sacking the guard, but Volt Switch. How much did Thunderbolt do to the guard? I think Thunderbolt might have killed, but I'm not 100, so it doesn't matter anymore. I think I just go Valiant though, and SD. I don't know how he stops this anymore. Volcanion could come in. Problem is that the SD, he shouldn't go hard Volk. I mean, we'll see if Volcanion can take a +2 CC. I don't have the time to calc it, but I figured Volcanion. All right, Zapdos is at full, and it's probably defensive Zapdos. I forgot the Zapdos was at full. That was actually a big misplay on my end. The speed tier doesn't matter this much in this game, but that wasn't a good play. Damn, that's gonna end up mattering. Did I hurt my fuck? That's a big confusion hack. Like, that's a massive turn. It's a massive confusion turn. Okay, fair enough. We have to slow this down then. I'm gonna have to slow this down. My Zapdos having his boost actually matters a lot in this. I'm gonna have to slow this down. That particular confusion was big. So now can't go Meow. And at this point, I CC to a KO everything. So my best play here is to oh, why is he cursing? Oh, that's a fucking horrible play. Thank God he did that dumb shit he just did. He showed curse. I'm glad that he cursed. That was an awful play. Because I have Future Sight going and Surf. Maybe he didn't think I had Surf. But I have Cobra Cloak. So the Zapdos is going to have to take a Future Sight plus A. And that allows me to get off another one and reposition. because the Zapdos won't be at full, which is a big deal. But he misses the Hurricane. That's a big miss too. That's a big fucking miss right there. Because now I get a kill, I think. But it's better to Roost from a positional standpoint. Because even if he stays into Roost back, now what? Now what? Now my Zapdos is at full, so your Meowscarada can't knock me out. And you have to touch my Meowscarada. Right? And so Zapdos isn't at full, as I said, which allows me to go to Valiant. Man, I want to fucking... But the Meowscarada can't kill me. So he's going to fish for the luck, which I ain't mad at. I still outspeed most of his team. You guess it. So 182. The speed matters versus his Volcanion, but not versus the rest. So, I mean, you know, I can't be mad at that. He got what he was fishing for. Now, he's super weak to my fucking Iron Treads now, funnily enough. Who'd have thought, huh? SNEASLER as well, when it comes in, he picks up kills. KOs, you know what I'm saying? Slowbro's purpose. Slowbro can't be beat either. So how am I going to play this out? Zapdos wins, Slowbro wins. But I don't want to just sack my Valiant, but what else would I do? So my thing with Slowbro is that it's probably it's the best versus Garg. But I guess I just need to get a free switch on Garg with my SNEASLER every time, and I get a KO. So I'm actually gonna sack Slowbro here. Go to, because one, I won't die, and I'll get the opportunity to get off some damage on this, because it should go for Sludge Bomb. I'm really tempted to let me see how much this does. So it goes Meow, thank God. So I don't die. I'm gonna body press. If this goes, then I have nothing to worry about from a speed tier standpoint. Blessed. Alright, so now the Garg is a bitch from a curse standpoint, but one, I get to surf, and two, I have Swords Dancers and a Terra Fighting CC King. So I'm about that smoke, you know. I'm a guy that's about his smoke right now. So now we hold positions that cannot be defended. And one of them is my Tusk. So I'll play this to where I'll just CC win. So all I need is some damage on this. So what I'll do is just Future Sight here. He's gonna knock me out whatever he goes for. We're gonna go to Treads. Treads is gonna EQ, right? He's either gonna knock out Tusk or he's gonna knock out Garganical. Either way, he can't have any damage on this, right? And then SNEASLER, as long as I touch this, SNEASLER is gonna win. But actually, his Tusk was offensive though. Whatever. I mean, I can just go to Zapdos. But yeah, as long as I got damage on this, it's a wrap. So now I go SNEASLER in close combat 3 times. Whew! What a motherfucking battle, boy. GG, bro. Man, thank you for this battle, bro. Like, I really had to think. I really had to think this one through. I really had to think this one through. So that took us to 2009. 2009, the day I started my channel. But yeah, man, what a fucking game. It's funny. Look, you know what I named this team? 2K by DJ, because I knew it was gonna take us into the 2Ks, man. Shout outs to DJ and sorry, somebody sent me a funny text. But yeah, DJ, shout outs to you for the squad, bro. Really enjoyed it. SNEASLER did his damn thing. That terrifying was no joke, but I really enjoyed that game. Win or loss, but like having to think through it. It's been a minute since I'm so rusty, since I had to think through a game. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Hit the like button.